something amazing is happening with the World Cup. These aren't Americans. They're Scots. Scots in a Boston bar who've been overwhelmed with what they've experienced these last several days in the good old US of A. But all of this is too much for the Democrats and the legacy media. They're out in force reprimanding these foreigners for having the audacity to love America so much. Unfortunately for them, it's too late. You can't stop what the World Cup has unleashed around the world. The celebration of American-style faith, family, and freedom is surging. And we're about to find out why there's absolutely no stopping it. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, enjoying yet another glorious day in the golden age that you made possible back in November 2024. So if you want a front row seat on how you continue to change the world in ways you never even imagined, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. The patriotism and celebration surrounding the FIFA World Cup is simply beyond words. The world's been in awe of what they've witnessed, particularly from the U.S. soccer team. Not only are they crushing it, but they consistently demonstrate a commitment to the classic American values of faith, family, and freedom, as seen here after their most recent 2-0 victory over Australia. And Europeans in particular are taking notice.
We owe America a huge apology because America is nothing like what the media tells us. Everyone is so friendly, everyone is so accommodating, and I've honestly had the best time. I fly home Sunday and the English have a song where we say, please don't take me home, I just don't want to go to work, let me stay here and drink all your beer. And I've never resonated with that song more than in America for this World Cup. I wish I could stay and finish the tournament watching England. So if anyone is out there that can help me make this happen, then please let me know. I want nothing more than to stay in the USA, finish the World Cup, and meet more fantastic Americans.
And of course, so much of this is due to the fact that freedom is just simply fun. Freedom is fun. And no one is having more fun than the thousands of Norwegian fans who packed into the heart of Manhattan, breaking into their iconic rowing chant as Norway prepared for their latest match. Or what could possibly be more iconic than when someone, particularly from Japan, is eating his first Texas barbecue?
Grab! How big is it?
Bite. First bite, man. That's your first ever bite of Texas barbecue. What do you think?
Amazing!
Hey, that's a shark.
I love it.
Definition.
Of course you love it. Of course, it's Texas barbecue. It's the greatest feast on the earth. Simply put, after 4 years of decline under bumbling Biden, America is back, and the world is getting a front row seat on the rise of this astonishing golden age. But not everyone, of course, is happy about this. Enter the far-left lunatics over at The Atlantic. They're big mad over all these viral videos exploding across social media celebrating America, and they're going full Greta Thunberg, right? How dare you? How dare you? I mean, that's right. According to the woke ideologues over at The Atlantic, all these videos that you're seeing of World Cup fans falling in love with Waffle House and Buc-ee's, it's all scripted. It's not real. They're all basically faking it for the cameras. The Atlantic is telling their sad, miserable, dwindling audience, don't pay any attention to any of this. There's nothing to see here. Their basic thesis is that what they call the attention economy creates demand for flattering content, and that Americans shouldn't feel too good about any of this because the algorithm can't guarantee authenticity. In other words, the world watched America and loved what they saw. Millions of people are genuinely having the time of their lives. And the Atlantic dispatched a staff writer to make sure that their sad, miserable, dwindling audience doesn't even think of participating in any of it. Think about, you could cut the irony with a knife here. The fake news media is accusing all of the Celebration National Pride of being fake. They're fabricating a story, accusing others of fabrication. And yet, what's so ironic about this Atlantic article is that, as it turns out, the joke is actually on them. They may have, ironically, been even more truthful than they themselves realize. Without realizing it, they just inadvertently gave a confession on behalf of the whole of the legacy media. And we're about to see exactly what they just confessed. But first, who loves sushi? I know I do. I am a huge, my wife's from Japan. My whole family loves sushi, as do a growing number of Americans. In fact, over the last 2 decades, raw fish consumption has exploded. Sushi bars are everywhere. Grocery stores and gas stations sell it, and millions of people now eat raw fish weekly. But there is a hidden risk most people never think about: parasites. Salmon's one of the worst. It's one of the most popular fish worldwide, but it naturally contains more than 70 parasites. Now, most are tiny and nearly impossible to see, and they're making their way into the human body. Once inside, parasites can hide for years while frequently laying eggs before any symptoms appear. This is why many physicians are raising awareness about parasite exposure. Dr. Peter McCullough recommends doing a parasite cleanse at least once a year as a preventative measure. The wellness company offers a hard-to-access RX parasite cleanse, USA compounded ivermectin and mebendazole. Ivermectin paralyzes the parasite's nervous system, while mebendazole starves them. Each capsule contains 25 milligrams of ivermectin and 250 milligrams of mebendazole, lab tested for quality. And you can now get a more budget-friendly 45 capsule option that costs $250 less, giving you 2 21-day parasite cleanse cycles. Same formula as the original, just a smaller quantity. Head on over to twc.health/Turley and use code Turley to save $52 off plus free shipping, USA residents only.
Again, 56% overall, having extremely, very much proud of the country. It's 29% among Democrats. It's 90% among Republicans. Look at that staggering gap between the parties. Look at it on the other end here. Only a little or not proud at all. It's 36% among Democrats. That number among Democrats, it's higher on the low end there than it is on the extremely proud end, and it's only 3% for Republicans. So a massive partisan divide on that question of being proud to be an American.
It was a shocking poll. 90% of Republicans said that they were extremely or very proud of being American, but only 29% of Democrats felt the same way. 7 in 10 Democrats are ashamed of their nation. They're ashamed of being American. That's a very real problem that analysts are noting may indeed actually end up sinking the Democrat Party for good, eventually at least. And that's because there's a very real cultural shift that's happening among the political left right now in this country. And it's precisely this shift that the woke leftists over at the Atlantic are openly confessing in their pathetic non-stories on the World Cup. For decades, a strain of thought has been metastasizing in elite American institutions, in our universities, the legacy media, the nonprofit sector, that views American culture not as something to celebrate, but as something to apologize for, to deconstruct, and ultimately to replace. This post-American left doesn't hate America the way, say, foreign adversaries do. It's actually more subtle than that. They've been formed by an ideology rooted in critical theory, post-colonialism, what the philosopher Roger Scruton called the culture of repudiation, that teaches them to read American history as an unbroken story of oppression, extraction, and bad faith. Our founding was a fraud. Our prosperity was stolen. The culture is hegemonic. The flag is a trigger. And so when the entire world shows up for the World Cup and falls in love with Waffle House and Buc-ee's and ranch dressing and just the sheer glorious abundance of American life, when foreigners weep with joy at unlimited soda refills, the post-American left experiences not pride, but a genuine sense of discomfort. Because genuine, unself-conscious American joy is a direct refutation of everything they've been taught. They didn't lose their country. The left voluntarily resigned from it. And the World Cup just reminded the rest of us, and frankly, the rest of the world, of exactly what they walked away from. By contrast, the rest of the world is seeing something very different. It's the America of the open road, of the gas station that's somehow the size of a cathedral, of the diner that's open at 1 a.m., because someone might be hungry, and that's good enough. It's the America where even police join in on the fun and celebrate the glory of the moment and delight, where a New Jersey deli man dances with a stranger from London and hands him a chicken parm sandwich, because it's just what you do. Where a state puts up a hand-painted banner on a highway because a German tourist said nice things about your Waffle House, and that apparently is worth celebrating. The world came here expecting a superpower. They found something they weren't prepared for. A people who are genuinely, contagiously, and almost embarrassingly glad to have them all here. A culture that doesn't apologize for its abundance. It doesn't ration its portions. It doesn't make you feel guilty for wanting seconds. A civilization that built a convenience store so magnificent that a grown man from Munich stood in the parking lot at midnight and couldn't find the words. This is not soft power. This is something older and stranger and more powerful than that. This is a people who, whatever their problems, have never quite lost the conviction that life is supposed to be good, and that goodness belongs to everyone who shows up. The world today is saying thank you to America. And Americans, in their own unique and wonderful way, are saying in return, you are most welcome. All right, that was a lot to take in. And here is what I want you to do with that energy. Wear it. Every shirt, every item in the Turley Talk store is a statement. It tells the world what you believe. It signals to other patriots that you refuse to stay silent. And every purchase goes right back into building the movement we are talking about every single day. Click the link below and shop the Patriot Collection. Because faith, family, and freedom are not just things we say. They are things we show up wearing. Plus, it helps the channel grow.